Woo! Are you the only one in our live right now?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just give it a few minutes. Also, gotta remember you did a good job of this last time of speaking into this, so make sure you're like close enough to where you can talking to it, because I kept not talking into it and couldn't hear me as well. We gotta. Are you in the live?
No, because I didn't want to make sure I'm the only one in there.
Okay, well, somebody just commented, but I can't see it.
Alicia.
Alicia! Okay, I'm gonna give it a few more minutos. Why it sound like that? And now we wait.
What does that say? You can cancel the USB streaming.
Yeah, it's just saying that we could cancel it by clicking the mode button. Hendrix is pissed.
Hey, we got Nisha in the spot.
Yay! Is there any way for us to add like a title of what we're going to talk about? Like a pinned comment or something about what's happening?
Well, obviously, I wouldn't be able to do it from here.
Oh, duh. Okay, well, I might do it. Let's see, we got a few minutes.
Who is this?
Oh, yeah, obviously, yeah, you can pin it.
Okay. Oh, ow. Oh my God.
Clumsy boy.
That's embarrassing. Dang, people are being whacked on the tube. All right, y'all. We ain't got all night, so we're gonna give it a few more minutes, and then we'll start.
Dev, I need to listen to that new West Side Gun or no? You ain't a fan anyway. You don't like that man, so I'm not finna tell you go listen to that man album. So the next time you see me, be like, I wasn't rocking with it, bro. It's just not good. So no, don't go listen to it, Khalil.
You're silly.
Keep listening to the Drake album. Oh, that boy Jamari, what's happening?
All right, y'all. We're gonna give it like 2 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and start.
But you know what I'm gonna say though? I definitely think you should go listen to that. Like, I'm gonna say album of the year, not because I'm a fan of West Side Gun, but the album was just like that.
Album of the year.
Easy. Easy.
Okay. Oh shoot. If I bring this
He's talking
closer,
to David because you're a fan. Get out of it, man.
is it gonna bump into your foot if we move this back?
Mm-mm.
Try to have this close. We should start these at like 7:50
Honestly.
to give people time to get in here. YouTube friends, can y'all hear us through the mic? It looks like it's picking up sound.
ASMR.
I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Okay. Oh my goodness, Hendrix. All right.
Jamari tells I ain't seen y'all in a minute. I'm gonna crash y'all wedding.
Oh,
Yo, don't crash the wedding, bro. Don't crash the wedding. Don't crash the wedding, bro. Please don't.
Oh, weak. All right. I think we're good. We got our little crew right now. If more people want to come in,
Yeah, we rocking with y'all tonight.
yeah,
Cool.
then they can come in. All right. What is up, snackers? What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
So, truthfully, we did not have what happened Monday? I forgot. Usually we record on Mondays, we edit,
yeah, I had
and then we're able to
practice.
put out. You had practice? I don't know what it was, but
Lilo on deck.
yay! Basically, we didn't record anything on Monday to have prepared for today, so we just figured we'd go live.
Yeah.
It's more fun going live anyway. I'm not gonna lie. Next season, I want to start doing this.
Yeah, we finna run the lives up.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna hold you.
It's just more fun because then we can actually interact with y'all in real time and like talk while we're talking about whatever the topic is. So, yeah. Welcome back to the pod. Quick little shameless plug. We put up a Halloween costume rating video this past Sunday. So if you have not watched it yet, tune in to the YouTube. It's the most recent video on there. Check it out. It's
go
fun.
tune into that. We rating all the basic costumes.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to call y'all basic, but the costumes y'all be wearing are kind of basic. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a little unhinged. So if you enjoy that energy from us, just tune into that video. But
yeah, a little wild behavior.
Yeah.
But, you know. Come on, man.
It's good. But yeah. Okay. Oh, what?
Oh, my intro, bro. Welcome to
Oh.
the Late Night Snacking Podcast live.
Oh, okay. The what?
The most honest podcast, the most open podcast, and the most wholesome podcast in the world. True story.
That's the truth.
True story.
So, vibes tonight are a lot more chill.
Oh, hey, Ma. Shalom.
Shalom. Hi, Ma. But yes, vibes tonight are more chill. If y'all see the pinned comment on the IG live, we're talking a little bit of Will and Jada just because it came up in our household talk. I'm sure y'all have seen it all over the internet. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then just some conversations we've been having recently. We figured we'd just bring them to the pod because that's just what we do here.
We know y'all appreciate it. So
yeah, why not? So, okay, let's go around with snacks. Well, the snack. And then she's funny. So let's go around with our one snack that we are actually sharing tonight, and then we'll hop into the pod.
This time we're both healthy. Sliced apples.
Yes.
Green apples at that. So
well, okay, so they were green, which I don't know if this is silly of me, but I didn't know this about green apples or any apples for that matter. Like, I guess it works the same as like a banana, but like the longer you let it sit, the sweeter and sweeter it gets. Like you can smell the outside of the apple and it smells sweet, like as if you were smelling like a ripe pineapple. Like that's how sweet these are right now.
You don't think apples be smelling like that any other time?
No.
Okay.
100% no. Like when I get them from the bag at the store, I don't smell it.
You don't smell the apples?
No. Not like I would like a pineapple or something. Oh, Dad's here.
Yeah, with the peanut butter, bro. I attest to that. The peanut butter go crazy with the apples, bro.
Yes, for sure. That's an underrated snack. I don't know if a lot of people, maybe they do. If y'all tap into that, let me know in the comments. Do y'all like celery and peanut butter, or am I just like the weird
That's
person?
wild. That's no, bro.
Y'all never had ants on a log? Did they do that in elementary school for you guys?
Ants on a log.
Where you take the celery stick. Somebody please tell me they've had this or they've seen this. Like it's the celery stick, and then you put no, I don't have this, but you put the peanut butter in like the middle because you know how the celery has a little dig. So you put the celery in the middle, the peanut butter in the middle, and then you put little raisins on top, and those are the ants.
Y'all are putting raisins and peanut butter on celery for real?
Some people are. I don't eat them with the raisins, but I do like
that's
celery
psycho
and
behavior.
That's
that's psycho behavior. Y'all gotta stop that. Y'all be no for real. Y'all be doing that.
It is.
Y'all be doing that.
It's cute though. For like,
where y'all at? Nah, I need y'all to comment right now. If you are out here putting peanut butter and raisins on celery and eating it as a snack as an adult, I need you to tap in, bro. We need to have a serious conversation about this. Like
the pod took a turn. But I've never had it with raisins. I've just had it with like the peanut butter. See? Yes. See? Joe got me. She said, ants on a log. Yes. I know I'm not crazy. They used to have them as like little, you know how in elementary school, we're getting way off topic. We'll come back, I promise. But I want to go on this tangent real quick. You know how elementary school, like they bring snacks and like make them into like cute little things? Like
what, like green eggs and ham?
Yeah, kind of, yes. Where it's like an activity.
I wasn't doing. I know y'all. I'm not doing that though. We wasn't doing that. We wasn't doing that. They tried to serve. No. Cause we definitely had the green eggs and ham at lunch one time, but I wasn't eating that though. Like,
but it's not. What did you think it was? Because I'm gonna be real with you. I really
see, Khalil said raisins. Like with the see.
That's the ants.
We the only normal ones, bro.
Whatever. Did you think green eggs and ham was like for real? Like, did you think it actually tasted different than like regular eggs?
No, because my mama would have served me that at the crib, and my mama wasn't doing that. She wasn't putting green dye.
They made it seem like it was something that the Grinch would eat, so I thought it was like a Grinch delicacy. I didn't know that it was. I didn't know that it was just dye on eggs.
That wasn't even part of the Grinch story, though.
In my school, they did make it around like. Because it was
so your school was just openly disrespecting Dr. Seuss.
No, now that
you can't intertwine his stories like that.
Yeah, I think they were, because it was like a whole crazy. Dr. Seuss tale thing. Yep.
Because green eggs and ham, that came from that was with the boy Sam, right? Mm-hmm. Sam, I do like green eggs and ham. Yeah, shout out to Sam and the green eggs and ham, but we was not doing that, Sam. Whatever. We wasn't rocking, Sam. I'm sorry.
Well, yes.
Look, even your mom was like, I did not pay for that lunch. That's why. Thanks, Mom. Like, please don't pacify this behavior. Like, this is crazy.
I'm just saying they wanted to get crafty with the kids at school, so they chose things like that. That really surprised me that more people haven't heard of the ants on a log. But anyways, all that to say that apples with peanut butter is.
Or how they tried to, or when they used to tell you the story about Thanksgiving and the Pilgrims and the Indians and everybody had to eat corn, like, nah, bro.
Oh my God.
Quit trying to make corn famous.
Did y'all have to dress up as like pilgrims?
No, so you had the choice. So you had the choice. Either you can make the pilgrim hat or you can make the Indian hat. Knowing what I know now, I would have been the Indian every time. I would have been the Indian every time.
Loki did not realize that they were doing that. But yes, they let you choose. That's crazy. Let me know if they had y'all doing that at your school too.
Yeah, had us dressing up like the indigenous people and the pilgrims, like they was friends for real. They wasn't friends. We know the truth. Yes. You know the truth, America. Stop hiding it from these kids. These teachers are going to school for multiple years to sit in front of children and tell lies. We're not doing that no more. Mm-hmm. Some kid asked me in my room there about Christopher Columbus and how he discovered America. I told him the absolute truth. I was not finna lie to that man about that. Amen. I wasn't finna lie to him about that. That's not what we on.
You gotta let him know the truth. But yeah, that's funny. Little elementary school crafts. They used to get creative back in the day. I'm not even gonna lie.
They used to try to. Yeah. The ants on a log was crazy though. I can't believe y'all eating raisins on celery though. Y'all are wild for that.
I took them off, but
No, it's too late. Nah, you was eating the snacks. You was doing that.
I don't like raisins. You know I don't like raisins.
I don't like raisins either. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of crazy.
I think it was just for the aesthetic. I don't think there's people actually out here putting raisins on celery and peanut butter, but that's besides the point. Our snack is an apple, and we're sharing the apple. But okay.
Yo, the fact that my mama blowing up the spot with the pictures of me in the group, in the family group chat right now.
You're so the little overalls.
God, look at that. That's
One
proof
more.
that I have been wearing hats my entire life. Like this is not a drill.
Okay. One more thing for my people in here on the live. How many of y'all's parents dressed y'all up in the most wildest outfits when you were a kid? Like, I know y'all have crazy pictures of y'all in crazy ass fits when y'all were little. Cause some of the stuff
No.
my parents can test. I was like, first of all, I was dressed down. I'm not even gonna lie. But where was I going? In these outfits.
It's like how old people get dressed up just to sit in the house.
Yes.
Like shout out to my Uncle Richard. Shout out to my Uncle Richard. Rest in peace to my Uncle Richard.
Yes.
Uncle Richard would literally like have creases in his khakis.
Yes.
He'd have a button-down shirt tucked in. Like you really think he finna go to a meeting or something? Nah, he kicking it. Or he might get dressed up like that to cut the grass. That's when you know you've made it. Like where you just get up and you just put on like some very nice creased khakis and you just chilling in the crib for real.
It
like
makes you feel good.
That's next level right there.
I was really dressed down though. Like they would stand me up on our kitchen table so they could get a full body pic of me. I would wear all types of stuff. Hats with the matching dress, with the little white socks and the shoes. Oh yeah. I was dressed down.
Oh, you was fresh.
I was. I still am. So I like to think, but
yeah. Hey, no, what was up with the hard bottom shoes though? As a baby, the walking shoes, those were crazy. The white, everybody got a baby picture with the white walking shoes on.
Yeah, slick. No, it was slick though. I know y'all can relate to this. Please tell me y'all have pictures in the vault of y'all with any.
Yeah, y'all got those. Y'all got those. I know y'all do. If you go to your granny house, I know she got them in the photo album for you.
Also, before we move into our topic, in our last video, the Halloween costume one, we mentioned that we wanted to see y'all's costumes this year. Do not forget to send those to us, whether it's via DM, via text, whatever. I want to see what everybody's dressed up as, because we're gonna make a little collection of everybody's costumes.
Oh yeah, the Halloween, yeah. Definitely send in your costumes and what y'all wearing. We're not gonna clown y'all, I promise. That ain't what I'm into.
Oh my god.
We ain't not gonna do that. I promise you. Like that's not what's up.
Listen to this outfit because this is really what it was.
Kids, they were kids actually.
Kids, the striped turtleneck shirts and the corduroy.
Oh, the corduroy overalls. Oh man. No, so my mom had me in this, bro. I literally hated wearing this outfit to school. It was like a shirt and a pants set. It looked so stupid. Like I literally hated this thing, bro. And considering that I didn't like Winnie the Pooh as a kid, so it had Winnie the Pooh.
What?
On the side right here, right?
You didn't like Winnie the Pooh?
No, I wasn't watching that.
Wow.
I'm watching Little Bear. I'm watching, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching Power Rangers and stuff like that. Winnie the Pooh is bro.
Wow.
Nah. Wasn't into that.
My favorite.
Wasn't into that. But she had me in this Winnie the Pooh thing, bro. And it was like the pants had matched the shirt. And they were like had like these stripes, like it was like striped, but not stripes, like corduroy, basically. It was a corduroy outfit, the shirt and the pants, it was long sleeve, like, and it looked like a gray jumpsuit. Oh my God, I hated that. Like, and she put me in there sending me to school like that. Then I had the ball fade with the long part. Like, yo, that was crazy times, bro. I cannot believe my mama did me like that. We not doing our kids like that. I
need pictures.
Nah, bro.
I'll request.
I'm traumatized.
Oh my God. No, they definitely make cooler clothing for kids nowadays versus what we had as options back in the day. But we were still fresh. I'm with it. Okay. Shall we hop into le topic?
Ooh.
Okay. So, as y'all have been seeing, Will and Jada have been in the media a ton. That sparked a conversation between us. So I want to talk about it on here and get y'all's opinions because I know y'all got takes on what's going on. I know y'all see it. But
for the record, I just want to say that is probably the most ridiculous relationship I have ever seen publicly. Like, that relationship
are we getting right
makes,
into it?
yeah, we got to, because
Okay.
that relationship makes no sense. How you in an open marriage, but y'all separated, but you're not divorced, but y'all not together? Like,
So they've been.
What is that?
According to.
What is that?
According to both of them, because apparently Will had wrote this in his book too, but according to both of them, they've been separated for like years now.
That's a joke.
6 years.
That's a running joke.
Meaning, when the whole slap thing happened, they were not together. They showed up as an appearance together, but they were not like married union together.
What is that? Like, I honestly feel like that is a terrible display of what marriage or relationship is supposed to look like. And then you out here outing each other in books, in public, like, that's not okay. Like,
well, I mean,
I'm no, just only because, and honestly, if we're gonna be truthful about it, I'm not really a big fan of either one of them, honestly. But like, to publicly humiliate the man that you married, like, is crazy. I think, and then he allows it too, though. So,
but that's what I'm saying. I feel like this is what, like, I don't know. I just feel like Jada has been like this though, and it's just
maybe so.
Because okay, so she has a book coming out. I guess she's on like a press tour for it right now, and that's why things are resurfacing and stuff like that. Somebody asked us if we've seen his official statement video. We have not. So share that with us.
Yeah, we haven't seen it.
I would love to see, but yeah, it's kind of just like the conversation that it sparked between us was just like protecting your relationship, basically.
In which they don't do.
No, that is something that I don't feel like they do well. Seriously, I don't think they do. Now, I will say, like, I guess because they're separated, maybe they don't feel like there's much to lose there, and maybe they don't feel like in a united front, so they can just say whatever without repercussions. But like, coming from a couple who is together and on the same page, like, it's hard to watch something like that and believe that these two were once like in love, married as a unit, and just see how they're moving now, not protecting that bubble of their relationship. Like, it just, now, don't get me wrong, they're celebrities, right? So like, everybody naturally has access to them because they are putting their lives out there, but I do still feel like there are tons of celebrity marriages that we don't know the ins and outs of. Yeah, exactly. Because they protect that information and keep it at home. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, because you said they tried to say, like, well, Jada said that, oh, like, it wasn't an open marriage. We never said it was an open marriage. It has to be an open marriage because you're openly sharing like everything private to the world. Like, no, I just really hate this. Like, I just really hate this. Let's see how long. Like, let's see how much we can humiliate Will in public. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, that is a perfect display of like public demasculation. Publicly, like, she's literally like verbally castrating this guy like in front of everybody, and it's not all right. But like I said before, he's allowing it because he's letting her do that. He's like not defending the fact that, like, you know, maybe some other emotions are involved. Because like, if you don't feel that way, if she doesn't feel the same that he does, like, you probably just need to end it, bro. Like, you can't say, oh, we're separated, but you're living in the same house. Like, what is that? Make that make sense. Like, none of that makes sense at all.
Yeah. I will say, like, one of the comments that we got was like, at this point, their marriage is more of a business than an actual like intimate love, because they profit being seen together, regardless like if they're together or not, which is what I said earlier, that like, I feel like they're more concerned on how they come across as like a united front and like showing up places together and stuff like that, to make people believe that they're still together or
Fake news.
working through their marital
Fake news.
problems and stuff like that. But like, you're really not. Like one of the interviews right now that's like taking off is one that she did where they asked her about the slap, and the slap with, you know, Will Smith and Chris Rock.
And shout out Chris Rock though. They need to quit picking on Chris for real.
If you haven't seen his newest special, it's pretty good. Go check it out.
Yeah.
We talked about it a few months ago, but
Chris is going in on that.
It is funny, yeah. He did bring it up.
Just because it's Chris Rock, like.
It's funny, but yeah, they had asked her about the slap, and she was basically like they were like, how did you feel about it or whatever? And she was like, well, it kind of struck me because like we've been separated for so-and-so years now, and we haven't called each other husband and wife in a really long time. So
right.
For him to say, keep my wife's name out of your mouth, like I was genuinely surprised. And like, I don't know why that was information that needed to be said.
Right. Like you didn't even have to say that part. We haven't been calling each other husband and wife for some time.
Didn't.
Like
that,
so? Like,
yeah, that part bothers me because like going back to like protecting your relationship and stuff like that, like if this was really, even if you were trying to put on a front, why would you say anything that lets somebody in that much to know that there's that much of a divide between you two?
Right.
That you would kind of like take the public side on it. And like the interviewer was like, it just felt like it wasn't him or something like that. And she was like, yeah, that's just not Will. Like, it's not Will.
Yeah.
I was worried about him. I was concerned for him and stuff like that. But like when you go and watch the actual footage of Will slapping Chris, like it looks like an entirely different scenario. Like it looks like she didn't find the joke funny. Will was laughing. She made a face. And he took action.
Right. Like, he seen that it made her uncomfortable. Like, she didn't think it was funny. So he just kind of sprung into action. And see, and now he did unearned like donkey of the day, because now it's like you went to make a chivalry type move like that. And then now she's like, what wife? Like, what are you talking about? Like, bro, literally, what do you want from this man? Like, it's like, what is he like? What else does he need to give? Like,
I know.
What else do you want from this man?
Yeah. It's hard to watch for sure. Like it's hard to convince me that she was once like a rider for him, or like a ride or die, like not talk bad about him. I don't know. Like, and then, you know, when things start going viral or whatever, this is the internet. So people start pulling up old videos. People start pulling up her always mentioning Tupac. Like,
bro, the memes. Oh my God.
The memes are going nuts.
The memes are crazy. Like the internet will forever be undefeated. You cannot defeat the machine, bro. Don't even try. Like,
they brought up when Will told her happy birthday, and she responded with a video of her and Tupac singing to one of Will's songs.
God almighty, bro.
And was like, it's just so crazy how 3 lives can be intertwined like this.
That's so, come on, bro. Or no, my favorite one was the one where she's like, Jada said that she's in fact never met Will Smith. Like, that is so ludicrous. Like, that is, oh my God, man.
Have y'all seen the Keke Palmer meme where she's like, I'm sorry, I don't know who this man is. I'm sorry to that man. Like, I've never seen this man a day in my life. If he was walking past me in the street, like, I wouldn't be able to tell who he is. Like, they were saying that that's Jada when somebody asks her about Will. That's crazy.
No, it went too far when it showed Tupac in the car, like she was like in the front, her head was in the front seat, and that was like the same night that he got shot. That's wild. Like, that's not okay.
It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy.
But I mean, that's also my thing too. Like, you can't say like, oh, like me and Tupac were just really good friends, and then you try and say that was your soulmate, but you didn't marry that man. Y'all were not together for real.
It's
so why didn't you marry him instead of Will Smith? That's what I'm thinking. Like, if you just so obsessed with this man, like you were just so in love with him, you thought that was your soulmate. But,
oh yes. She was like, do y'all remember Willow writing a poem to Tupac wishing he was her dad instead of Will? Yes.
Yo.
Have you seen that?
I heard about it on the Red Table Talk thing, but I didn't like see it public. But that's crazy. Like,
yes, it was basically Willow being like, "I wish you were here to make me and my mom happy." Like that was literally what she said in the letter. No, it's
bro, at this point,
nuts.
throw the whole family away. They all need to be in a loony bin
It's
somewhere, bro.
nuts.
Like they're lunatics. I'm sorry. Like,
Can we bring up
loonies?
The Red Table Talk though, because that's another part dynamic of their relationship that I want to talk about too, because it's what.
He told her I hate her, dog.
I'm telling you, like, it's nuts the Jada press right now for this book.
Bro, yes, bro. That is very wild. That's
What?
crazy. When I was talking to Khalil.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, bro, I didn't know that. That's crazy. I was like, yeah.
Dude,
that's...
it's nuts, like, the stuff. But that's the hard thing about social media is, like, everything comes up. Like, do not go viral once because all your dirt and shit is going to come back up at the end of the day. So it will resurface.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It'll
easily
come back up. But the Red Table Talk thing,
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring that up because that is just like
very toxic.
Yes, because I feel like that is them being like, oh, we're vulnerable, we're open, which I understand to an extent.
And so are we. Very open, honest, but we ain't out here like airing each other out. Okay, like,
but that's what I'm
that's
saying.
Not what we on.
That's the point I'm trying to make is like there's a certain level of like discretion and like protectiveness that, in my opinion, you should have over your relationship. So for them to get on the Red Table Talk and talk about that entire August situation and like all that, like I feel like you're opening up so many like doors to your relationship that none of us needed to know. None of us asked for that information. Nobody asked if Jada was, sleeping with August under the same roof that Will's under. Nobody needed to know those details. Why are we being let in on this? So then, like, it's a double-edged sword because now people, I'm not saying they deserve it, but like people can comment on your relationship now. You are
if you're gonna go public like that, then
yeah. So.
And I feel like the moment that you start getting like outside opinions on your relationship, bro, like you're doomed.
Done.
You're doomed.
Done. Like
especially like a place like the internet, like
these memes are eating their asses up. Like it's
Facts.
Not okay.
When I said fame, for real. Like fame is the new drug. Like clout and all of that. Like that's the new like cocaine for real.
Recognize.
It's new heroin.
But like okay, so I guess my question is like, where do you draw the line?
For them, you don't. It's too late.
No. I'm just
there was no line to begin with.
But
so
just in general, okay. I guess because we're in the age of like social media and stuff like that. Couples are going viral. Couples are sharing their lives, their relationship. Like we do a podcast. There are like couple channels that solely make couples and family content and stuff like that. Where do you draw the line with being vulnerable and sharing? Because don't get me wrong, like I guess depending on your audience, people do appreciate when you open up and you're vulnerable with them. It makes you more relatable. They feel like they know you. You know what I mean? It feels like they're closer to you when you let them in a little bit.
Right.
So I guess like where do you draw the line with letting people see who you really are? Because social media, you can get on here and fake all day and people hate that.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's better than getting on and sharing every detail about your life because now people know too much and you can't take it back. So I don't know, in your opinion, like where do you think, because
I feel like emotions are fine.
I know besides publicity, I know them getting on the Red Table Talk was trying to be relatable, let people in, show a deeper side or whatever that couples go through troubles and drama and stuff like that. But like, where do you draw the line with stuff like that?
Well, see, you can be like, like Joe said, you can be vulnerable and still be like, and still remain like private or whatever.
Yeah.
So emotions is fine. Like expressing how you feel.
Sure.
Like your feelings, like that's cool, but not your deep, darkest fantasies and your wishes. Like Now that's where you like, yeah, nah, you can kind of keep that to yourself because that's too personal. That's too personal. Your emotions, like people show emotions every day.
Mm-hmm.
People can pretty much see if you're upset or if you're stressed or like if you're excited about something. Like some people can kind of mask it or whatever, but you're able, like, those are things you can kind of see in people, whatever. But like your wishes of like you wish Tupac was still alive and you and him could have been like, bro, keep that to yourself. Like,
Sure.
like no one needs to hear that. Like that's you and like I said, your deep dark little fantasies or whatever, bro. Like you keep that stuff out of the light. But as far as just your true authentic self, like that's okay to display, I feel like.
Yeah. It's hard. I think like, and they probably know this because they've been famous for so long, but like people in the public eye, even just like influencers, like smaller scale celebrities, I guess you could say, people that share their lives for a living, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like you have to know that the more you share, the more you're giving people access to comment on, which is sad because like it really shouldn't be that way.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have something, this is like the old saying, like if you don't have something nice to say, like
Don't
just
say
don't
it
say
at
it at
all.
all. Yeah, but people on the internet, they don't care. Like
Yeah,
they're
no.
behind a screen.
That's
they
what I
wanna
will
comment.
say. If you are looking for someone to care about your feelings, keep them off the internet because this ain't a place for that.
But that's
Like,
the
this
hard thing is like
the internet is a cruel
so
place.
I'm coming from like an we're not influencers by any means, but
Mhm.
we are in a space of like podcasting and stuff where influencers do play and put their feelings out on display and put their lives out on display and stuff like that. It's a hard line to teeter-totter because you want to be relatable towards these people,
Mhm.
but the more you're giving off to chew, the more they're going to take. Does that make sense? So
Right.
like I was watching a podcast the other day. It was a couple. They just had their second kid, and they were basically talking about a fight that they got into like
Mhm.
right post birth. Like I don't know. I guess the mom was overwhelmed about something. I don't think they specified exactly what it was, but they were talking about how they resolved it or whatever. Apparently the husband had walked out of the room and like went to go walk down the street, basically to like cool off or whatever. And she was being honest and was like, I wish you had just walked back into the room and actually asked me like what was wrong or whatever.
Right.
So they went more into detail about what the fight was, but like people in the comments, like there was no in between. There was either one side that was like, wow, thank you for sharing like this realistic life after birth. Not everything is like,
you'll have some people who appreciate it.
Yeah, it's like, wow, like couples fight after you have a baby, like that's crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
But like it's realistic. Like there's high tensions in the room, like hormones are everywhere. Like, yeah, you might get frazzled and upset about something. Other people in the comments were like, wow, he's such a terrible husband. Like, why wouldn't he do this? Or like, wow, her name's Abby. She was wow, Abby, why didn't you just speak the fuck up and say something? Like you never have an in between. You have the people that appreciate the honesty.
And some people who just genuinely are out to like pick a side and then just go crazy on.
Well, okay, so that's kind of what this Will and Jada thing is right now. You do have people that really appreciate the red table talk and are like, wow, like, thank you for sharing that, like, it's not all sunshines and rainbows with every celebrity couple that exists. And then you have people like, honestly, I kind of feel like what we're doing right now is like, damn, they're kind of nuts. Like, and that's okay. We don't have to agree with them because honestly, I don't. But like, it's hard to like put yourselves out there. I think as people who are putting their stuff online, you just have to know that like you're not here to please everyone.
Right.
Will and Jada's situation is not for everyone. It's definitely not for me.
No, we're not rocking like
that. But like just know, and it sucks, but like when you're putting yourselves out there and you're being vulnerable and stuff like that, you are subject to people saying stuff. And like it really shouldn't give people the right to speak on your situation, but like it kind of does. Like when you put it out there, which like kind of sucks, but that's a battle you fight by putting that stuff out there. But yeah, I don't know. I still feel like Obviously, they're not a united front at all. Jada, she don't even know that man's her husband, but so they're not a united front.
Yeah, they need to get with Kanye. Go find God, man. Go to Sunday service or something, because y'all are, because y'all are wilding right now. This is crazy.
I just feel like if you are a couple, like, really do your best to protect your relationship. We just went to a wedding a couple weekends ago, and they went around the room and asked couples who have been together, like married for a long time, like what
some advice, marriage advice.
I love
thought that was cool.
It was.
That was dope.
They went around the room, only like 3 or 4 people, and they asked, like, what advice would you give to the newlyweds? And the one that stuck out to me the most was just like, protect your relationship, like treat it as if it's its own bubble. Do not let anybody in. Yes, like it's very sacred. Don't let anybody in. We've talked about this before too, how we very much treat our relationship like that. And I just feel like that also goes out into like the outside world as well. Like, be careful how you're speaking about your partner to other people. Like, what are you putting out there with your partner? Like, to be out there and say, oh, well, I was surprised because we haven't called each other husband and wife forever. He just smacked somebody on national television and it went worldwide.
Right.
And you're acting like you've...
A friend at that. This was Chris Rock. Like,
yes,
they were like, they were really tight.
Yes,
you slapped Chris Rock. Like, that wasn't even cool.
It just bothered me so much that she said that, because I was like, wow, like, this is somebody that you were married to for many years that you can't even, like that's how you're looking at the situation. I don't know. Now, do we know the ins and outs of their actual relationship? No.
But based off what we shared, based off what we see,
that's not okay.
It's a catastrophe.
It is.
It is indeed a catastrophe. Like,
yeah, I don't know. That just bothered me. Like, I just really suggest, like, if you're trying to protect your relationship or your relationship is important to you, be careful about how you're speaking about your relationship, and what you're saying and what you're posting about it online, and how vulnerable you're getting with other people about what's going on at home. Like, friends are friends, yes. Family is family, yes. But like, the only 2 people that know exactly what's happening in the relationship are the people in the relationship. So like,
I honestly feel like you shouldn't say anything that you ain't willing to defend either.
Ooh.
Like, if you ain't really up to defend what you about to say, like, you probably just don't need to say it. Just because like these comments, bro, are unhinged. Like, coming from somebody like a couple who's married, separated, whatever they want to call that thing they have going on.
Yeah.
Like,
this comment that we got is so good because it's so true. She was like, you can say we're going through a hard time without saying he cheated on me with my grandma and I took him back. People don't know limits.
That's facts,
but
though.
It's so true.
Yeah, because people just they overshare. Oversharing.
Yeah, just be careful with that. Like, even when we've gotten on here and talked about like how we work through a conflict or whatever, I think the most detailed one that we gave was the exterminator story. And that's because that shit was really not that serious. It was. But like, serious debates and heated conversations that we've gotten into, like, we don't share that on here because truthfully, we love y'all, but that is none of y'all's business.
Yeah, no.
Like, our finances, our hardships, like, that is not for us to share with you all.
Yeah.
We can say we are struggling in an area, but we're not.
Because we're not going to accept no slander of each other.
Exactly.
Because it will turn the WWE SmackDown really quick.
Alrighty.
That's not how we rocking.
All right.
So nah.
Good. That's how it needs to be protected. Same though, for real. Like, I wouldn't let anybody say anything bad about you.
Yeah, we really do protect our relationship. Like,
you have to.
I honestly treat it like it's sacred. Like,
same. You have to.
I don't allow people to make comments about her or what she got going on in our relationship or what she should be doing or what I think. Like, nah, bro. Yeah. Keep that to yourself.
Yep.
I don't want to hear that. She don't want to hear that.
Yep.
Just, that's not how we rock it.
Basically.
But I want to segue into something less toxic than that catastrophe.
15 minutes. We can segue into our.
And so earlier we were sitting here and I was asking her, like, so we've been together 4 years. It was 4 years, October 5th. but we've been living with each other like 3.5 years from
For a while,
yeah, from when I was living in Rock Hill till like we moved here. So, and I think I asked, like, was she able to see, or like, just do she think that we were able to see each other's like growth in the past like 3.5 years we're living with each other, like
yeah,
see changes in each other when I and mostly good things.
yeah,
But yeah, I just want to like touch on that.
yeah.
Like things we see from each other that I guess we grew in or
Mm-hmm.
whatnot, or what that looks like.
I was telling him, like, when you're in it, it's hard to see because when you're also growing and changing, it's hard to realize that your partner is also growing and changing with you. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it should be. Because when it like really gets noticeable is when you're evolving and like your partner is not, and it just kind of feels like they're getting left
Right,
behind.
right.
So I feel like it's kind of good when it's not like super noticeable. It was only noticeable because like I took time to reflect.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to put that out there that like if you're thinking about it right now and you're like, I don't really know if my partner changed or whatever, like you
Right.
might just not realize it because it's happening like in real time. But like if you actually sit down and
Yeah,
think
so it's really
about
yeah.
how
I was
your
about to say,
partner was since the beginning, like they are different.
yeah,
you
I was
know?
that's kind of hard to observe something like that.
Yeah.
You know, especially like when you're living in the moment or whatever of like
Yeah.
growing through certain things like changes and transitions and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it just kind of goes over your head. You don't really pay attention to be like, oh, well, I see that you know, you changed in this way. Like it doesn't always happen like that. But
Yeah. Yeah. I told him like a big thing, and I think ladies, y'all can probably attest to this. Like Devin, and I've always said this, he still is a little bit. I think it's the kid in him, but like Devin's very carefree and like an in the moment liver type person. But he's definitely changed over time in terms of like thinking long term. And I liked what you said earlier. You can touch on it a little bit, but you were saying kind of like it's because you're with somebody
yeah.
and now you have to account
Mm-hmm.
for like their lives too, because our lives are intertwined. But like that is a big thing that I've seen and noticed over time, which is really nice. Because as somebody who's very like type A and does think about the future and long term, like it's a security thing for me to know that I'm with somebody who is also thinking about long term goals and thinking about what our life is going to be like in 5 years or whatever. Like that is security to me because I don't want to carry that burden by myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, you touched on it earlier. I forgot what you were saying, but you were like, it's because you're with. Like, why do you feel like you're a little bit different now in terms of that?
Well, I was saying that because, like, of course, like me and her are engaged. So, like, my life, it's not just me anymore. Like, I'm involved in somebody else's life. So, the decisions that I make, you know, naturally make a difference, and not just my life, but hers too.
Yeah.
So, I had to take that into account. And that was pretty much like my main thing was just like. Now, I also said like if it was just me, like if I was like living by myself, I was single, whatever, I'd probably still be kind of like
You'd be wild.
no, I wouldn't be wild. And it was just like I mean, I would just be like live honestly day by day, like I've always have been.
LIVIN.
Yeah, you just got to keep living. LIVIN. But yeah, like that's really it because like I'm just really big on like tomorrow has its own problem. It has its own worries. Like and you know, and honestly, you're not guaranteed the next day.
Sure.
So I live for today. Like people always ask me, like, "Oh, like what are you doing this weekend, bro?" I don't know. We'll see when the weekend get here if I'm still here. Like I can't like I don't like doing that. So yeah, like now that I'm like intertwined with somebody, like my life, you know, is practically shared with her. So it's just like a lot of decisions I make, you know, they don't just affect me, they affect her. So I have to think long term.
Yeah.
Like I have to think and plan for the future and stuff like that. So
yeah. What about me?
I told her that I see that she's more welcoming to she's more welcoming to the fact of like, you know, like being social, honestly. Like she's one person like she doesn't mind being social, you know what I mean? But that's not her favorite thing to do. Like if she had the choice to be elsewhere, like by herself doing something, then she would much rather do that versus being surrounded by like 4 or 5 people, like talking about something, having banter or whatever. Like, nah, like that's not.
Yeah, I'm a homebody. I like to be isolated. Like,
Yeah, so I see like, you know, now I'm starting to notice like in settings like she's more welcome into like talking to people and stuff like that, and people come and have a conversation, keep a conversation going, and she's not just like that girl in the corner on her phone while everybody else is chatting, and you know what I mean, like she in the mix, she's in the mix. So I've definitely noticed that, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Another thing too, I said this earlier. I was like, I don't mean to sound mean, but like I feel like you care overall more, at least like about me. Like,
Yeah.
And it's not to say that he didn't care in the beginning. It's just he's just more like hands-on and willing now. But I mentioned this earlier. I don't know if you have another one, but
Go ahead.
Okay. I mentioned this earlier that like to me, I feel like all of this changing and things that we're seeing over time with each other and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of it has to do with because we've had active conversations with each other about these things. You know what I mean? Like, and I want people to like, I guess, hear that because I feel like people in a relationship now that are maybe just getting started, they're seeing traits and stuff from their partner and they're like, oh, are they going to be like this forever? Like, they're never going to change. Da, 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 da. But it's like, these people are not going to just change overnight.
Right.
On their own. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm basically saying that like the conversations that we've had about you being more willing to like do more, care more, whatever, me being more social, you thinking about the future long term and stuff like that. Those are conversations that we've actively had with each other. That's not just me overnight deciding I want to be social. That's Devin letting me know that like, hey, like it wouldn't kill you to just open up a little more and be a little bit more social. And that's me being like, hey, this is my love language. Like, can you cater to me a little bit more? Because right now I'm not feeling like you are. Like, these are honest conversations that we are having about each other. But like, I heard something one time that it was like, you have to trust your partner enough to trust that they are like a reflection of you. Like they are literally your mirror.
Right.
And it's so true. Like if your partner's saying something about you or talking about a trait that you have or a behavior that you have, like you have to trust them enough that they are telling the truth about what they see in you. because
obviously if you saw it, you would change it, right? So this is somebody who, well, we live together. We literally spend every second together other than like if we're at work or something. So like this is stuff that we see from each other like for weeks, days, months, years. Like this is just stuff that we see, and it's just like hey, like I've noticed that, you know, you do such and such, and like, you know, like what do you think about that? Like what's up with that? Like why do you know what I mean?
Right.
Type thing. And we have that type of banter, we have that conversation, and like that's usually how transitions and stuff go over here.
Yeah. But I think that's good. I think it's important. Like it's not realistic for somebody to just get it overnight. Like if you see something in your partner and you feel like you can help them grow in a certain area, like why not bring that up to them? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, especially if that's something like, because the whole point of being in a relationship and being with somebody is to elevate each other. I hope that's better. What kind of the goal would be, is to elevate each other. So if it's somewhere, if there's somewhere where, you know, we're lacking or whatever, you know, we don't, it's not like a dig. It's just more of like a, you know, kind of like a check-in, like a brush up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if I have something in my hair or something in my beard or whatever, it's like, come here, let me get that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay, so now I'm like, okay, yeah, I got to make sure that, you know, I got to keep stuff. You know what I'm saying? So It's just like that. It's no different. So it's not really like a dig. It's just just kind of like a helpful hand in grooming. We'll say that.
So what you just said, and we'll close it up here in a few minutes, but I liked what you just said about like it's as little as like if I get something from your beard or whatever, now you're like conscious about it and be like, oh, I should check this every once in a while.
Right.
That is exactly how it is to bring something like that up to your partner. Like having a conversation about like a love language is like a perfect one or whatever, like quality time or whatever. What quality time is to me, I've expressed that to him. Me doing that is taking the crumb off the beard.
Right.
It's his job now to take that information and be like, okay, now I need to be conscious about this because she's talked to me about this. Okay, where can I show up in these areas? Where can I check in and remove the crumb from my beard or whatever? It's that, like, it's a parallel. It's the same thing. Like, being conscious about changes that are being told to you. That's where the growth happens. Like, at work, when somebody gives you an instruction or whatever, now you're mindful, you're probably not going to make that mistake again. That's where the growth comes in. Like, that is why we see each other grow and change over time, because we've pointed things out to each other. We've had conversations with each other, and each of us are consciously making sure that we are getting better in a certain area, not making mistakes that we've continued to make in the past or whatever. Like, that's really where you grow. Yeah. And if both of you are doing it, then you're both going to be growing together.
Yeah. We're very intentional with each other. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Very intentional.
Yeah.
So it's not just for like shits and giggles. This is like, yo, bro, tighten up, man. All right, I got you. Tighten up, man. Pretty much what it is. Like, yo, tighten up, bro.
Seriously.
Yeah.
With a dap up sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, one last thing while we're on this little topic. We don't do this as much anymore, but we do the podcast and we talk about stuff for the podcast and stuff like that. So it kind of is the same. But when we started dating, we used to do monthly check-ins.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of every month, it would just be like, how are you feeling? How are you doing? How are you feeling about the relationship? Do you feel?
Do you need something from me?
Yes.
Is there something I can do for you?
I'm lacking in? Yes. Like we've said, like, we're very intentional with each other, and it's not a new thing. We've been this way since the beginning. But like, I love that as something to incorporate in your relationships, because we always say we want to leave y'all better off. Like, that's our motto. Like, we always want to feel like you can gather something from this. We can kiki about Will and Jada and stuff like, but I still want y'all to take something from this conversation. So
intentional.
Yes.
Intentional.
1, protect your relationship like it's a bubble. 2, like, if you're really wanting to do the work and grow with each other, then actually put in the work. And we used to do little monthly check-ins. I really, really suggest that for people.
That opens the floor up for 1 conversation. 2, if you need to get something off, go ahead. Go ahead and get that off.
Yes.
So the check-ins are very helpful.
Space.
But you have to create that, though.
That's true.
It is a safe space, but that should be a conversation literally between you and your partner. Nobody else should be around. It should literally be like maybe during dinner time, before bed or something like that. Like, while y'all are just lounging on the couch or something.
Yes.
Just be like, oh, let's do a check-in. How are you feeling?
Yep.
You know, like, is there anything you need from me? Is there anything I can do? Am I lacking somewhere? And you can kind of get, that off whatever, but not like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, you really pissed me off the other day. Like, nah, bro, like, right. That is not how you create a safe space.
No. No.
A safe space is created by being 1, intentional, 2, using kind and gentle words.
Yes.
And 3, being honest. Like, don't mask. This isn't the time for you to mask something. If something really did upset me that she did, I can just be like, I do want to like talk about, a situation that happened that really did make me feel this way. I didn't like it when such and such happened, or this made me feel this way, and okay, well, like, what can I do to fix it? Or like, oh, I'm sorry, that it made you feel that way, or I made you feel that way.
Yeah.
I won't happen again or whatever. And that's how you That's how you do it, but not like this isn't for you to open up a can of whoop ass on each other and be going in. Like, nah.
Yeah.
Cause then
No
both
can
y'all
of
just
whoop
gonna end
ass.
up yelling at each other, arguing.
Yes.
And that's not what we promote, and that's not what we own. That's not what we're trying to do.
Heavy on the kind and gentle words, because remember, these things are so you can grow in your relationship. And the types of conversations that we used to have with each other, I really think that created like a very strong foundation in our communication. So like heavy on the kind and gentle, because how we used to talk to each other during those check-ins is the same exact way we talk to each other now. Like no attitudes, no
yelling.
Like
they ain't
calling each other out on each other's names, none of that. Like heavy on the kind and gentle. Like
that's nasty work.
Love your partner, be kind to your partner. You want to help them grow, they want to help you grow. Like what? Do you like each other?
For real, bro.
Be nice to each other.
Quit being mean to each other, bro. That's nasty work. I just want to say that. You need to find God, man. Go find God. Be intentional. Protect your relationship. And that's that.
Period. Alrighty, y'all. That is all for tonight. Dang, we had a restaurant that we tried the other day, and I've been trying to think about it and what it was so we could hook it up, and I don't remember.
Restaurant.
I don't remember.
The soul food place. Oh, So Delish.
Yes.
Yo.
Good job.
So Delish is.
It's in Charlotte. We went for our anniversary dinner. It's more by like if y'all are going towards like IKEA though, so it's a little more north of Charlotte.
Yeah.
But it is worth the drive.
No, for real.
So good.
The ambiance is dope.
Probably the best mac and cheese I've ever had.
Oh yeah, that macaroni and cheese is crazy.
So good.
And I'm a mac and cheese connoisseur. And I firmly stand, and I will say this publicly, I firmly stand on my mama's macaroni and cheese.
Period.
Because don't nobody make a better macaroni and cheese than my mama. Like, shout out to Minnie Wansley, the GOAT. So, just saying. But, So Delish. It's a close second.
It is.
That's a very close second. I'm not even going to hold you. That's a very close second.
If you want a fun spin on soul food, but with still like traditional flavors, try it. Like,
it's like that.
It enough. Soul Delish, like that. Check them out. We'll when I get off here on the YouTube, I'll put their
we'll plug it in.
Yeah, we'll plug them in on the caption box. But
your mom.
Love you, mama.
Love you too.
Alrighty, guys, we are signing off. If you are on the YouTube, make sure you are subscribed to the channel.
Turn them notifications on too.
If you have friends that want to watch this, tell them to subscribe to the channel.
And tell them to turn their notifications on too.
Turn on the notifications. If you're on IG, turn on our post notifications. We always let y'all know what's going on with the pod and what we're doing and what the episode's looking like, whatever. So make sure you're tuned in. Lives are fun. We might
the lives be turned up. Yeah, we gotta
So,
start rocking with the live because y'all be turned up in here too.
For
like
real. I just like to talk to y'all in like real time. So yeah, let us know if y'all want to keep seeing the lives. We like doing them. So yeah, make sure you like the video if you're on YouTube, comment on the video, all that good stuff. The live, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. And we will see y'all next Wednesday.
All right, we'll see y'all.
Bye.